music. Like everyone was like on the edge of the seats, like, oh, what are these boys gonna do? Because these are the boys that created Kofi Olomide Lua. As in, everyone knows this one. I think it's in but as in that one. Position, like, yeah. Hi guys, my name is Brian, as many of you already know, so I'm just here to share a little bit about me. Got Cece in the background behind, she's just going to ask a few questions just about me and my life. And yeah, I hope you just get to know Brian a little bit better. So, let's get into it.
Question numero
uno.
What would you change about yourself, if anything?
What would I change about myself? I think I would change... I'm actually trying to change my mindset of getting things done, like, early. So, if you see my 5 questions, one of the questions was, do you get it done first, or are you a last minute guy? I've always been a last minute guy, but I'm now getting into that adulthood. Well, I've been an adult for a time, but I'm getting to that point now where these responsibilities, they have consequences. The consequences come on the backside. So let's just get stuff done. When you get it done, now move on to the next thing and the next thing. And this is how this dance tutorial started, you know? Just started in the corner somewhere in my room. We just said, listen, we should just do it. When COVID, who cares? Let's just record these videos and put it up. If you see the first couple videos that we done, it didn't look as good as this. It was very like 720p, like yellowy, but people watch it, people love it. And I know for me, I would have been a perfectionist. So I would change that about myself, that life isn't about being perfect, it's just about being you. Just being disciplined and being you. So I'd rather just be disciplined than just try and wait for the perfect time to do, because otherwise, yeah, y'all ain't seeing me today. This doesn't happen if I had that mindset. So yeah, that's probably one thing I'd change about myself. Just change how I'd be a bit more disciplined than I was previously. Work in progress though.
Who is your hero?
Ooh, my hero. Who's my hero? Wow. Who is my hero?
My hero acting.
So obviously in spiritual form, my Lord and Christ, Jesus, 100%. He's the reason why I can develop this different mindset that I didn't have when I was younger. But in person, I'll probably say my older brother. He's like probably a guy that I've always seen eye to eye with him all the time, but I can always respect what he does because he tries to always do it the right way. Sometimes he'll do it alone, sometimes he'll just plow through. And that's the kind of mindset I'm trying to be at. Yeah. Probably him.
Favorite Seven générique?
Ooh, you know what? I'm a 7 person. You know it as well. You know me and 7. Wow. Okay, cool. I'm on a list probably 5 that I'm like, yeah. If these come on at a party, you will see me there.
Before you go on to that, do you want to explain to everyone what?
Oh, 7 is. Oh yeah, of course. Sorry. I know there's a lot of non-Congolese people that want to learn more about Congolese music. So 7 is like a subgenre of Dombolo or Congolese music. So you know, I don't know, we could talk about black music. You have hip hop, R&B, you got soul, you got trap now. It kind of falls like that, where we have rumba, sebe, we didn't have gospel music. That's kind of the same lineage. So seben is more faster paced, the ones that you normally hear at a party. So a good one that a lot of people would know is probably Kofi Olomide Lua, maybe Awilo Logomba, Carolina, Baby Bamba. Those are like 7s. It's like very quick and, you know, dancing. There's a lot of dancing. They're normally longer as well, like 5 minutes plus. I say 5 minutes plus because you can actually hit 10 and 15 minutes. So those are 7s. So like very fast paced type of music. So my favorite ones, I'll list them, not in order, but I have 5 and then I'll try and pick one. So I have Alerte General, Werason. I have Kofi Olomide. There's 2, no, there's probably 3. Kofi has so many good ones. No, but I'll start off with Werason. Werason, Alerte General. ou alors son techno malewa. Those two, when you play them, as in the whole rave will just go crazy. Then the next three, Kofi Olomide Alert. No, it's not that. Attentat. Love that one. I don't know what it does to me, but that one's fantastic. There is another Kofi one, but it's not actually like a main generic. It's called Suivez le Guide, and it's not the whole song. It's like last 3 minutes of the song is like, when you hear it, it's fantastic. So Kofi Olomide, Suivez le Guide, and then the last one for me is Quartier Latin Academia Otan. Is it Otan? Yeah, Otan. So there's a lot of them there that, those two especially, that many people don't listen to. But I'm a 7 guy, so I went searching for these. And when I found these two, the repeat that it was on, oh my gosh, I was doing so much. So out of those 5, if I was to say you can only pick one out of those 5, I think it would be Quartier Latin Academia Otan. It's just, from the beginning to the end, man. It's because I think even the story is why I kind of like it, because they rebelled from their leader at the time, which was Kofi Olomide. And when they rebelled, it's because apparently they weren't happy with the situation and how he wasn't the greatest, whatever, right? Basically, they just weren't, they weren't flowing like that, right? So they kind of they were like the first one to really rebel in the Congolese culture of music. Like, everyone was like on the edge of the seats, like, oh, what are these boys gonna do? Because these are the boys that created Kofi Olomide Loi. As in, everyone knows this one. But as in, that one. Like, yeah, those were the boys that created that song that literally took over Africa, Congo, and the rest of it. Now they separated and made their own group. So everyone was just like, ooh, have they got, do you know what I'm saying? Have they got the facilities to do it on their own? And then they created that album, and there's songs in that album that's fantastic. But Otan, for me, that one, yeah, it does wonders. But then on the flip side, you got Attentat, which is the response to them leaving. And it was like a new creation, or where we get Fali Poupa, you get Gibson, you get, who else do you get? You get CNN, Alligator, and these guys are flipping. So that's why I kind of like them both, because they were both like, oh yeah, you're not better than us, so we're gonna create this thing for ourselves. They make a banger, and then they were like, you ain't nothing, we got something for you too. And they create 2 amazing 7s that I listen to. I think I drove down here listening to that song. So good. But yeah, those are the 2 I'll probably put top 2, but Otan for me, yeah.
Are you happy with your life? I
am, only because it's perspective. Life is very much perspective, and I always look at it as, it can always be worse. It can always be worse. Even if it does get worse, it can always be worse than that worse that you're thinking of. It's perspective. For me, I'm very happy with life because, 1, I found Jesus. As soon as I find him, I find eternity. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very Christian man. Like, try not to play with it, but I also realize that life is gonna hit everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Ultimately, nothing else I can do about it. And I'm a man, so as a man, you do realize that your composure and how your emotions work are a bit different. So once you are able to find how it works for you, you can take those emotions that people would say detrimental, you can turn it into something, because every emotion is a type of energy. You feel anger, you feel that type of energy. You feel love, energy. Anxiety, energy. Everything's energy, but energy can never be broken. You've got to transfer it somehow. So when people find anger, what do? Good people hit the gym, or they go to boxing lessons. That's a good way of channeling it. Where there's other people that get angry, and unfortunately they do mad stuff. We all know the mad stuff. I'm not gonna go for it now. you know, people go praise me for those things. But yeah, I would say because I'm in a position where I'm quite good at analyzing those kind of emotions. For me, in the position that I'm in, making videos, teaching about my culture, man, I can't be upset. I'm happy, man.
Favorite Congolese song?
Oh, just song?
Yeah.
It would still be Otan. But if I was gonna do any other song, some good like my dad plays some old school like Zaiko, and I'm like, you know what? This is actually good. Wow, nah. Favorite song? What am I playing recently? Let me just see what I'm playing recently. What am I playing on my Snap or my Instagram? It'd probably be some Fali. Some like, nah, not Fali. Probably Ferre. Ferre's old stuff. It'll probably like an old Ferre generic, like generic Bokoko. Or recently is Bokoko by Roga Roga. If anyone knows it. Like as in that one. That one there, yeah. You play that one, I can repeat that. So I'll say that one for now. I don't know, like for future. Maybe Otan still, but yeah, that one's a hard question.
What makes you laugh the most?
What makes me laugh the most? What makes me laugh the most? Probably like a recurring joke that someone has brought up back again, and it's just reminding me of the time I first laughed. That will make me laugh the most. Because I just remember whenever I've had a belly laugh, it's because we've joked about something in an area that no one else would get the joke, but only me and that person. I don't know if that's so funny, yeah, but you just look at someone and someone does something funny, it just gives you that different type of laugh. It's because you were like involved in the joke before, and then you just remember the time. So you're laughing in the moment that it's still funny, but you're also laughing for the time that you were laughing before. It's a bit of a weird one, but it's like you remember how funny it was, so you remember to laugh like that again. You get that belly laugh. But yeah, normally it can be anything though. It can be literally anything. It could be something that you said. Someone could have said something wrong, and I just remember how they reacted to how you said something wrong, and it was funny. I'd laugh at that. It could be anything, literally anything.
Favorite Congolese artist?
Favorite Congolese artist? Yeah, it has to be Coffee, man. Coffee does. I don't know what kind of. I don't know how he does it, but that guy, he's just great, man. He's just good at making music. Whether it's actually him making the music or whether he's just like orchestrating it. Yeah, he's fantastic, man. He's great. Yeah. I'll say Coffee.
What makes you really angry?
Disrespect. Someone's disrespectful. That's the one I'm just like. Someone's just like, let's give an example. Like you're out, and I used to see this at uni a lot. Someone's out, right? I don't know, lining up to get into the club, right? And I don't know, maybe someone's talking behind you, and they're a little bit loud because obviously they've drank, you know, pre-drank or whatever they've done, or whatever illegal substance that they've taken, right? No judgment, whatever. They're a little bit loud. We get it. Okay, cool. But the one person in front now is now like causing a scene because he's loud. But it's not like he's the only one loud. Everyone else is loud. He's just, you can hear him more or her more because they're excited. They want to be in the club. Yeah, I'm excited. Finish uni or finish whatever, right? And then the person, whether it's man or woman, then turns around and says, oh, shut up, man. And they're going at them, and it's not justifiable because it's not like they're in a library. But now, you could still say, okay, cool, they still have the right to confront them. But now they're like, oh, you this, you that. Now they're throwing insults. Now it's just insult after insult after insult because they've been triggered. That's when I'm like, you could have just turned to him and said, oh, sorry, listen, my ears kind of hurt. Can you just keep it down a bit? But no, you decided to go left and go woo, 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 woo. You went at this person. That's when I'm just like, yeah, like, I won't do anything about it because obviously I'm not involved, but that's what will make me like, bro, like, what the hell? Like, I'll just be like, what the heck, man? Have some emotional control, man. Golly. But yeah, that's what really irritates me. Like, just, nah. That's long, man. That's just dumb.
Do you have a mantra in life?
I do now. Serve. Service is the best thing you can probably do as a human being. You serve the people around you. Do you know what I mean? Like, service. Because ultimately, we live in a world, right, that everyone's like each to their own, handle your business, I'm not involved, kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's great to a certain extent. But ultimately, someone's going to actually need your help. And if you've always had the idea that, oh no, they'll handle it, or they'll find someone to help them, who would they find if everyone's like, it's not my problem? Help your people. And it's not like help when they need the help. No, just serve because you want to serve. Because ultimately, you will end up doing a service that someone, one, didn't ask for, but they needed it. Because a lot of people don't like asking for help. So if you just do the help, yeah, they might not like you for the help, but it's benefiting them. You might lose the person for however long, maybe a day. They'll be like, oh my gosh, no, I didn't ask you to do that. Why did you do that for me? Ultimately, you're still trying to help. Cool. That's one moment you're like, okay, cool. I don't need to help you no more because obviously you really don't want it. So you can reevaluate that. But if you go in with the essence, I actually want to just help, I don't think you can lose. But if you go into stuff like, no, I'm just going to keep to myself. Someone's getting robbed over there, like, I'm not involved. Like, that's that one time where they actually needed your help and you could have saved them, their future family, their future grandchildren, because they're not dying in that moment. They're actually gonna stay alive and create a family. And create this big ass, story about how such and such person took a time out of their day to just help me with my bags because my back was hurting or whatever. It could be the smallest of things because it's always the small things that people remember things for. It's normally not the big gestures. It's always like, oh yeah, I remember that one time you gave me £10 when I really needed it. I'm like, oh, of course, it's just 10. But you went to serve. You like, you know what? Yeah, there you go. It's £10. As opposed to, oh no, it's my 10. No, I need that 10. Yeah, we know you need that 10. But that person also needs that 10. Serve. It's okay. It's alright. I'm not gonna die. They might be struggling though. And the gesture will also add to that. Because they know you probably need that too. That connection will go much further than you just keep it to yourself. That's what I think.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Dance. Yeah. Dance and listen to Congolese music. Those are the two favorite things. As in, I can listen to that all day. I can dance all day. Two of my favorite things to do. Probably now, two of my favorite things to do. Because it just reminds me as well how much it was a problem. Not problem, but how much people were like, unfortunately talking behind my back when I was like dancing and at parties and stuff. It's like, who the hell do you think you are? Like, and I'm like, when I was younger, I'm like, what up? Like, when you come and dance in front of you, like, I just dance in the middle, people like it, go, keep it moving. Kind of got to the idea that people didn't really like it looked like I was showing off. Because I think I'm quite good, only because I like doing it. But then I got older and I was just like, that's their issue, not mine. Unless I come to you in your face and I'm like showing you off or making you feel uncomfortable. Okay. When I'm there, Zanga, man, that wasn't me. I'm here to just, you hear a song, come on. I'm not gonna stand there stiff like, oh yeah, such and such don't want me dancing. Nah, you see me in the middle, on my ones, dancing. While everyone else is either doing whatever they're doing or watching me or whatever. Is that out there? Not to say that I'm a mad confident person, but I'm just getting into the area where I don't want to lose who I am because of other people. And if they have an issue with it, it's not me they have the issue with, it's themselves, their own insecurities. And that's not on me to do. I'm here to just give you guys my pleasure. This is how I give my enjoyment back out. Dancing, enjoying music. But, it doesn't always rub the right way to some people. But it's not my responsibility to do that. So, yeah. Any more? Was it one more? Two more? One more?
There's one, there's 5 more.
Yeah, let's do one more.
One more, let's see. Yeah, let's end with this one. What is your proudest moment in life?
Proudest moment. Wow. Proudest. Hey, I guess jump way. Proudest moment. It might have been becoming an uncle, you know. Cause I remember getting the news in uni that I'm actually an uncle. Like my niece is here now, and I was like, wow. And I'm saying that in hindsight because my niece actually grew up. Well, she's still growing up, of course. She's only 7, but in her very younger years, she used to watch Congolese dance tutorials. Like she used to watch. She's like, oh my gosh, that's Auntie Cece, that's Auntie Brian on her screen, and she would then.
Brian. I think he said.
Did I say Auntie Brian? Sorry, Uncle Brian. That's Auntie Brian on screen, and that's like that's another human being that's actually looking up to me. And I don't have my kids. I don't have any of my kids yet. They're coming, but obviously I need to get a wife first, and then I need to actually make them my mother. So what I'm saying is, I don't have no children, and none are on the way. So the only ones I can actually cherish and be like, you're kind of like me, you're pretty much me, are my nieces and nephews. So now, like, I try and do everything thinking of them, like having them in mind, and like, if I do this, would they be able to look at me and be like, you know what, that's quite cool, well, I'm proud of that. Or not just now when they're young, even when they're like 18, 25, 50, can they look back and say, you know, I admire what Uncle Brian did. That's quite brave, or that's quite good, or that's yeah. When I started realizing that, whoa, my siblings are actually creating a new life that will look up to me. That's when I was like, wow, we've come a long way. I'm very proud of this moment. I'm actually an uncle. I didn't do nothing to become an uncle. Like I just lived my life, but it was still such a proud moment to realize that, yeah, nothing that you did can still make you very proud, because that's just how life goes. That's how the cookie crumbles. You know, when you get children, as my parents or my older siblings would say, is probably the biggest responsibility in your life. It's not just them. Your family too, people around you, always looking at those that have come from your siblings as your own. It's natural because you were around your siblings all this time, and all of a sudden they've got a new kid. It's like, yeah, that's my kid too. That's my child too. Obviously it ain't, but that's how you feel. It's emotionally, you're investing in whatever they come with. And they come with for me, it was 2 new children. Well, my brother has 2 as well, my sister has 2. So there's 4. 4 of them. Like every time I see them, I just want to grab them and just be like, protect them, and just want to, you know what I'm saying? Every time I get the chance, I'm filming them, I'm looking at them. It's just admiration, man. But yeah, that's probably the time I was probably the most proudest. And then every time after that, every time they've had a new child. But I hope you got to know a little bit about myself. If you want another one of these, let us know. There's definitely more questions we can delve into. We can delve into where I come from, how I got here, many different questions. But I appreciate you taking the time to get to know me. It's not a dance medium, I'm not teaching you anything, just getting to know your teacher. So yeah. Make sure you watch the rest of our videos, and if you are new and this is your first video, we are a dance tutorial page for Congolese dance moves. So there's loads of videos for you to catch up on, and you'll see all my funny stuff on all my videos, and you'll be able to learn some new moves and some new culture on Congolese dance tutorials and the Congolese culture in its entirety. So I'll see you on the next video, and I guess it's me signing out. Peace.